I don't understand why goody-two-shoes get a bad rep in high school. I really don't, because they can get away with so much stuff, more so than normal kids. You didn't study last night because you were up all night reading smart? No worries if you're a goody-two-shoe, because you can just go right up to the teachers and tell them an excuse, and you're more likely to get away with it than some other kid. Like, being a goody-two-shoe is just being smart. And honestly, why was it that smoking, cussing the teachers out, was seen as cool back in high school? Like, babe, by the time you're 25, you're gonna be looking like a wilted leaf that's about to die from air. While if you had just been a goody-two-shoe, you'd be thriving and not looking like you had just gotten out of a coma. And back in high school, I was a goody-two-shoe. And oh my god, did it come in handy. I remember I was in cooking class, and towards the end of the lesson, the teacher had to leave to get something, which was already a bad idea because unauthorized high school students with sharp objects and heat do not mix well with each other. And that was proven because not even 5 minutes after she left, the boys around me started throwing food at each other. Every one of them. And me, knowing she would be back any minute, I just ignored them because I knew the consequences. How? Because I was being smart. One of them suddenly started whispering, "Quick, she's coming back." And lo and behold, she opened the door to see the kitchen covered in scraps of food. And understandably, she was annoyed, maybe even pissed off. What happened? He did it. No, I did it. No, he did it. Stop
you
trying to lie.
You're lying.
You're the
No,
one that's
I'm not.
lying.
You
You're trying to
stop
get out
lying.
of this. All of them tried blaming each other, not wanting to get caught, especially by her since she was strict. But also because the lesson was coming to an end and they didn't want to be held back to clean up the mess because lunch was right around the corner. So while they were all talking over each other and pointing the blame to someone else, I was the only one who kept silent because I knew I was innocent, so I didn't need to prove myself. One of them noticed how silent I was and pointed his finger at me and said, "Alicia started it." "Ah, excuse me. You and I both know that she won't believe you because I'm a goody-two-shoe." "Alicia, is this true?" "No." "Okay, you can go to lunch." Shocked, their jaws dropped to the ground like Will Smith had just slapped them. I walked out of there like I won the lottery. Anyway, the moral of the story, always be a goody-two-shoe. You'll get farther in life than the one smoking the lungs out. Trust me. And plus, you won't look like you're on life support. That's a bonus.